Welcome back everyone to my Pillars of Eternity Let's Play. In a previous video I completed the Visions and Whispers quest. It's pretty easy to complete actually. All I have to do is a bit of resting and a bit of dialogue with a corpse on a tree. So I've also recruited a new companion to the party and I've leveled up quite a lot as well recently. So there's a couple more companions I need to level near to the start of this video. There's a few errands I need to do and then I'll probably head off towards Kaidnua. I think this one, yeah, I'm gonna check to see where Nonton is, and I've also got to, I think that might be on the way to Kaidnua as well, maybe even that one as well actually. There's a grappling hook thing I need to do up in Gilded Vale, is it? Or the, I can't remember what it's called, the other place that I'm not in now. Right, let's check out my inventory. I'm gonna change round Petronella's colours, seems to be party colour seems to be blue, so she can fit that as well. I'm going to keep Alof in his original colours though. There's something new here as well. When I completed that quest, the Crucible of the Soul ability has been added to my player character. Now I didn't realise this could happen. Now my player character has good intelligence, so the radius is larger than normal. This does a faux area of effect, drains 10 burn damage as endurance versus fortitude. You get a bonus to accuracy when you use that. Now I assume that's affected by might, but it doesn't actually say if it is on there. If it is, then my player character isn't actually going to be able to make good use out of this because he has terrible might, which yeah, I didn't know you could get these bonuses to your player character before creating him. To be honest, I think it wouldn't have changed my mind on how I made him anyway. I'm happy with him, very happy with him so far. Not even sure it does affect it, and also it's per rest anyway, it's not particularly good, so, but who knows, there could be better things later on in the future for the Watcher. Right, let's go and find Nonton I think in a second, so let's get her over there.
17 and a half.
Actually, let's talk to Eder, see if anything's changed. Oh, it has as well. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall. His pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
I'm sorry?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
Okay, he's got a sense of humour. What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Alof frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Edér. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in a dwarf woman? He looks at you for a moment, his brows arched, his smirk broadens.
Well, I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Okay. Well, in the spirit of his humour, let's do impossible. I don't drool half as much. Ha! So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Round here we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Let's ask him about a Watcher.
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, Watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
Okay, you think you're going to be hanged? What's that supposed to mean? I think we know what that's supposed to mean. None taken. Don't be so sure. Let's ask him. I think you're going to be hanged. He thinks we're going to be hanged as well by the sounds of it.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas. Overthrows Red Seras, marches on Deerwood, so we give him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello?
We blew him up.
He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Redrick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Redrick's overthrow. One of the villagers mentioned that when we came in, I think. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he stands up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on a tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. I'll ask that first.
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedrick's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Alof glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now, probably will be till they catch him. If you're to be next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Gives a half smile, drinking mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out, just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Widewen's legacy started with Widewen. Right, looks like we can get him to join our motley crew then, so, and I think why not? We already have a fighter of course, but we'll take him with us at least for the time being. So we could travel together, assuming he accepts of course. Where are you headed? Some place called Kaidnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason. There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
He tilts his head forward and gives you a pointed look. Right, let's get going. Fragments of a Scattered Faith. Bring Edér to speak with Meyerwald. Okay, right, heck of a lot of dialogue recently. So I've got more leveling to do. Let's switch around my companions a tiny bit. So let's bring
I'm here.
Sendio up. Eder can be brought up as well. And let's check out inventory. So Edér, he has cape, just a bog standard one. I'll let him keep it. Maybe a Eoflas icon on it, possibly. Saint's War armor. It has extra damage reduction against pierced damage. Grants second chance. I have no idea what that means. Can you nick his armor? I wonder if you can give it to yourself. You probably can, but I think I'm happy in letting him have that. So, in terms of character, he has very good might. He's a level 3 character. So it looks like he's invested in athletics, stealth. It's pretty similar to my fighter actually. The way I've gone, if not identical. So farmer. Well, it's actually got a bit less stealth instead. A bit more survival as well. Right, so his weapon focus is ruffian, so he specialises in sabres, stilettos, clubs and blunderbuss, so I need to give him those weapons preferably. He's not min-maxed at all, sadly, but he's got good might, so ruffian. It's a bit of a shame. I wouldn't mind him using a pike or a quarterstaff for him to run up to people and use his knockdown ability, but he looks more like a just getting more involved in things. Don't have either of those. Saber, stiletto, club. Right. This saber, stiletto, club. I'll give him a couple of those. And I don't think I have stilettos yet actually. What shields are? Heater. Put one of those on. Might want to change that around. Don't think I've got any other special items I can give him. Okay. Right, quick save.
Yes?
Oh, formation. So he can... Right, that's messed up my formation a bit by the looks of it. This is my sneaking one. And that is my defensive one. Okay. Let's try that out. Right, let's go to... That's the whatchamacallit's house. Let's go there. I'm not going to level up. I've got a couple of people to level up. I'll do that shortly.
Sure. No problem. Yeah? No problem.
Okay. I got a feeling they've gone. Oh, weren't they in there? So where were they? Okay, they were in a hurry to get out of the town, weren't they? Can't remember where they said they went, don't know. Map, so it must be... Oh, it's Ingrid. Right. Oh, okay.
Time to see and
Perhaps
not be seen.
Right, so...
Yeah? No problem.
I'm here. I shall.
dish out some
Of course.
justice here, I think. So... save.
Hello.
Hello again, Ingrid smiles. I hope Gildevale has been kind to you. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Nonton. The colour drains from Nonton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Ingrid, are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks at Nonton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would you suggest? What would you make suggest such a thing? Okay. Could question... Well, could use my resolve to question that. Why did you do it? He was your friend. Well, I think we can figure that out. I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived. I saw you cut him with the knife. Now, I could say that, but it makes him think we're nuts. And if he told Lord Redrick that could be an issue. I think I'm going to try that one in this circumstance. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these two. I might have to kill them. Yeah. Nonton flinches, but meets your gaze. After a moment, he sets his jaws and nods. Fine. I confess it. I did it. I saw to it he'd never leave that cave. His hand falls to his sword belt. And I'd do it again. Nonton, wait! Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think, Pearlie. My husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonton, we met, and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start something else. She looks down at the satchels. With some coin saved up, you could have it, if you'll only let us go. Okay, right, so sounds fair enough. Hand it over. No, whatever your reasons you caused a man's death, I'm taking this to the magistrate. Honest. Pearlie doesn't get a second chance. You two don't deserve one either. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. I don't need your coin. Go, get out of my sight. I still don't really have proof with a magistrate, do I? I'm not really convinced by Ingrid at all, so I think I'm gonna do that one. I don't know what you think you'd tell the magistrate. A story about a dream you had, Nonton sneers. But you won't take this from us, not when we're so close, and not for that wretched Pearlie. Nonton draws his blade. Well, he attacked me, so... right, so a bit of combat. Right, so position is good, great. Let's get... Blue Og to knock that guy down. She probably hasn't reloaded a crossbow, not good.
Yes.
He can attack there. Edér, I'll wait for a second to get involved. Yes. Petronella can switch the bow temporarily. No, he won't actually.
Hey.
Does Edér have a bow? Yes, he does. He can switch that temporarily. Let's take down Nonton. Right, I probably let Ingrid get to Blue Og, I think. So what is my... It's 88, she is 55. Yeah, he's substantially better deflection at the moment, but she will catch up when she levels a bit. Okay. Right, let's get the wizard to use that. Is he used? Right, I think he's used that and missed. Right, let's do that.
Yes.
Get her over to there. Okay, let's switch out Edér. Oh, he's got knockdowns, I've forgotten about that. He's also got Defender. Is that Defender on?
Hey.
Yeah. So let's go knock her down. Let's target with that.
How may I help?
Let's use that again. Okay. Does that work? Right, she's fired off the crossbow. Let's get Poleaxe in. Nonton's almost dead. She's dead.
Yeah.
Let's use that. There.
Hi?
That there.
Hmm?
That there.
Hey.
That's there. And that's that. Test completed. Vengeance from the grave. Okay. So, confront Nonton. I killed Ingrid and Nonton for the parts they played in Pearlie's death. Now there's probably, well, I could have let them go, and I think there's probably, there's only two options how that quest ends. Let's see what they have on each other then. So they have Minor Rune of Deflection. Got 2 or 3 of those now, I think. Sword Dagger, let's put that in there. So let's switch. Did I get experience from that? Probably. Let's put that on here. Where's my other one? Let's put that on him. Okay.
Yeah?
Right, that's the same as that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, party gain experience then. So
Hey.
Eder getting quite a bit, I think.
Yeah?
Right, I'm gonna go up to the northern map now. Use my grappling hook on that thing. There's that Temple of Eothas, which I don't know if it's a quest related to it, and then I'm gonna go south after I've gone up there. I think I might rest in the inn actually just before I set off, and I'm gonna level my party on the other map now. Let's put fast speed on. You can have up to 6 companions, so I could hire someone else, but I think my party's more than capable of taking everyone on at the moment. So let's go to Valewood. I might check out that bear cave as well, see if Pearlie is his soul's still there. It's a big cave. I've done that, done that. Well, I've got to do ruins now. Let's go to these ruins. There's a camp supply over there, which I need to pick up if ever I need one. Let's come over here.
No problem.
Right, before I do this, I'm going to level up. Okay, so let's start by leveling up Aloth first. So his skills, basically, he starts with 4 points in lore, and 3 or 6 points I should say have already been invested in lore when you get him. So he's up to 7 now, and it's got 1 in mechanics. I really don't like lore for wizards though, since they're basically, the scrolls are their spells anyway. So since you've got them, why would you want more? And scrolls cost money and 1 per use for like ever anyway. So yeah, I really don't see the value in having lore with this guy at all. I might level it up 1 more at some stage, just so he's got level 8, so he can use level 4 scrolls, but I might not even do that. So what do I want to invest in then, if I'm not going to invest in lore? I think if I'm going to keep this guy long term, I would want him to have really high mechanics. I can have him to open up chests or anything like locks. That's what I can make use of him out of. He doesn't have high might though, so he wouldn't be good at laying traps. That's one problem. I think, yeah, traps do damage, you need might for that, so it wouldn't be great. Survival, yeah, he's not min-max, so he doesn't have highest might or highest intelligence, so that's not great for him. Athletics and stealth wouldn't matter, not having high intelligence and might. But that's not really going to be all that useful for the role I've got in mind for him. He's a wood elf, so he's best at range. When he attacks opponents over 4 meters, he gets an accuracy boost, and that's also going to affect my spells I pick with him shortly. So I'm going to invest in mechanics. Basically, since he starts on 1, you start with, well, if you get to level 12, you have 66 skill points. By the end, I could get my mechanics up to level 10. If I invested 45 points in that, that would leave me 21 left. I could invest, what is it, another 4 points into lore to get up to level 8, and then 17 points left after that. Maybe mixture of stealth and mechanics, stealth and athletics, or one more level of mechanics. That would cost another 10 points to bring it up to 11. That's what I'm thinking of at the moment. Right, so next thing, so we get choice of 2 spells here, and it's level 2 spells. Eventually you can have, well, you can have 4 spells in your grimoire at any one level, but you're only ever able to select 3 spells per level with the wizard from level 2 onwards. Now, as I mentioned, this guy is a wood elf, so I probably want to focus on ones that have range in particular. He's not really suited to a melee wizard, although his stats are all non-min-max all over the place, which isn't great. So I want to pick ones that have a decent amount of range here. I think, yeah, we can pick up spells from other grimoires later on in theory. Now, I don't have a source of paralyze yet, and it's an amazing ability, so I want that. I think it's 6 meters, so I'd get an accuracy boost as long as I'm over 4 meters away. So I want that. And I think I'm going to pick Curse of Blackened Sight as well, which is 10 meters away. It blinds people, which is a pretty good effect. Now, both of those trigger the sneak attack for my rogue. So if he does that on an opponent, my rogue will do 1.5 times damage on those opponents. So that's a combo I've got in mind. There's a lot of good spells here that would be pretty good for him. I quite like that. I like that. If I was going to melee wizard, there are certain defensive spells like that I would be picking. Melee web's okay, but Slicking is probably better under level 1 spell, which I sadly don't have. So I'm going to pick those 2. Right. And Aloth is done. So let's quick save. I had to reload as well to figure out what I wanted exactly.
Yeah.
And my rogue can also level up. So I'm also going to start by leveling her mechanics, but longer term she's going to be stealth. So this character will basically be used to find traps and lay traps later on. That's what I'm kind of planning with her skills. Now we have one choice here of a talent that is specifically for the rogue. I don't particularly like this one, though, to be honest, especially for this character build I'm making. This only works if you're within 2 meters of a target, so you have to get really close up, so you really have to maximize your stealth. There is a ability later on which allows you to go invisible. It's either an ability or a talent, I can't quite recall, which would come in use to that. It is a lot of extra damage if you can get that close, but do you really want to get close with a pretty squishy character like a rogue is? They don't have much constitution or initial health or endurance, so I don't want to pick that. We're not even able to go invisible yet, so it's kind of strange you get it at this point. Now, because we're at level 2, you don't get full access to all of the basic talents at this stage, sadly. There may be ones which I would consider picking that aren't available if I was able to. Now, picking a weapon focus with the rogue is really important, so I've got to do that at some point, but I don't think I'm going to do it straight away. I'm not 100% on what I want to pick. I want to pick something that's good for range weapons and also is a good two-handed weapon as well. So I could have this great sword and arquebus arbalist, Or I might maybe thinking of the crossbow and the Morning Star combination. I think the Morning Star gives you extra interrupts, which would be good since she has high perception. And yeah, the more I can interrupt with my high dexterity, quite often that would be great. Interrupting is delaying opponents' frame rates, and so their attack takes longer, so you can get more attacks in before they can attack you. Crossbow wouldn't be bad. I think I definitely set on keeping this as a two-handed character though, so two-handed style, extra damage. This has had a buff since the back of beta. It used to be less than that, 1.1. So that's what I'm going to pick. And done. Right, so let's quick save again. And we've all leveled up, so let's
Yeah?
come up here. Right. I could use a grappling hook, but I think I might use it permanently, so maybe I should try and scale the wall again first. Now, I've invested in athletics now, so I might have enough, potentially, with some of my guys. So let's use climb up myself. No, right, that didn't work. Let's try Edér. Ooh. Edér finds a handhold upon one of the large stones and starts to climb. Despite a few loose rocks and awkward angles, Eder makes swift progress and quickly arrives at the top of the wall. So yeah, it was athletics. Once there, Eder helps you up and over the side. So the whole party's got up here without the use of the grappling hook now, which is great.
Easy now.
Now, who has the best mechanics now? I think she
Eh?
does, doesn't she? She has 5. So let's be careful of traps and use her. Okay, so we found Fulvano's gloves. Extra reflex, that's dodging ability. A scrawled letter, more camp supplies which I can't use. Let's put that in there. Have that for the time being. Scrawled letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you are right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trapper of wolves. So this poor guy got stuck up here basically, and I can't take that. So okay, let's take that. Get fast on as well.
Sure.
Something over here. Blood moss. Doesn't look like we can go there. Okay, how the hell do I get back down now? That's why you might want to have used the grappling hook.
Yeah? Sure.
Okay, let's use that. So from the edge of the wall you see an old cobblestone road turning south and the patchy trees of the Valewood. Climb down. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to ground level. So that's great.
Yeah,
I didn't need
got
a
it.
grappling hook. And I didn't get injured, even better. Right, I'm going to head up back to the bear's cave just to check if that soul is there or gone. Then we're done 4 on this map, and we can probably go to the inn, have a rest, because I haven't rested for a while. And then we're going to travel south towards Kaidnua, probably. Right, doesn't look like anything here.
Let's keep quiet.
Okay, my mechanics is high now, so if there's more hidden objects, I might be able to find them, but no, it doesn't look like it. So let's travel down here.
Huh? No problem.
I think I just need to travel to the edge of the map to leave it, don't I? Okay, that's it for this video. So in the next video, I'll travel south from the Gilded Vale, possibly east, but I think it said Redrick's Hold's over that way. Kaidnua, we can now actually see this, so yeah, it does look like it's in a southerly direction. Right, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.